Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and Wisconsin is still dealing with the ridiculous amount of snow that we got. In my area, it was something in the neighborhood of 2 feet. I think the dude who measures it just like measured a foot and then was like, I'm going back inside. And then he's like, oh, look, some more snow came. I don't know, 2 feet. They did a wonderful job plowing at my neighbor's place. Great, beautiful pile of snow. So the entire main strip of parking is just precisely the whole way down, half uncovered. So you can park there as long as your car is 6 feet in length total. So I was like, oh man, I got this hole in the gutters, and we always get these massive frickin' 100-pound icicles coming off of them. Like legit, 4-foot icicles. Now I feel like icicle is like some, it implies some cute little icicle. You might as well put "at" on the end. It's an icicle-at. I feel like it's a bit of a misnomer because what was hanging off of my roof was like an upside down trophy from a Nickelodeon 90s game show. You could give this thing away and it weighed so much I couldn't even carry it. So I was out there whacking at it with a shovel till it fell off, which actually took a bit of effort. I mean, it was like tree trunk level. This was Mega Iciclezilla, okay? And, that's always fun. Everybody loves whacking icicles. It's a riot. And also, it goes without saying, it was a very thin excuse to go outside and catch Pokemon. So I noticed that in one part, it's lovely. The pile that they made with the plow, I can just climb right up it straight onto my roof. That's how much snow we got. Some of the shops around, gas stations, anybody with a really, really big parking lot, I saw, 20, 25-foot piles. That is a 2-story building of snow. No joke. I wouldn't recommend climbing it though. It hasn't had time to pack. So my whole street and pretty much everywhere in the whole damn city, basically, we've got these giant, I wouldn't call them snowdrifts. I don't know. We don't have a word for it. We're not Eskimos here. We got a couple names for snow. I mean, there's snow, and then there's ice, and there's packy snow. If you want to go build a snowman, you have to have packy snow. And then the rest of the names are just filler profanity. It's oh, what type of snow is that? I don't know. Look out the window. Look at all that. So actually, I think we technically have more words for snow than the Eskimos. Is Eskimo even the word? Is that some kind of offensive term now? I'm not keeping track. Just this week, I swear, I heard 3 different sources use the word Oriental. I'm when did that become okay again? Are we going back to Negro too, or are we just bringing everything back? Hey, maybe next time I see my friend, I'll call him a Chinaman. He's from Thailand, by the way. Also, his name's Brian. I think he was born here. So anyway, back to the snow situation. Everybody in Wisconsin, we play it off. We act like nothing's anything. I mean, and to a point, we're not going to freak out over it. I mean, Texas, Florida, anything in that area, go up 2 states from either one of those. I'll count them too. You could get a frost advisory and they cancel snow, okay? They would not cancel snow if one of those 25-foot piles of snow tipped over, avalanched, and caved in the roof on half the school, okay? They would have just held school in the remaining classrooms. When I was a kid, in order to get my school district to cancel school because of a snow event, you basically had to sabotage the plow trucks. I mean, that's about it. They would only close for severe freezing rain where it's just glare ice, or I'd say over a foot of snow, but I can think of some exceptions. So we just kind of, 8 inches of snow, a foot of snow. Whatever, and go drive around, go get some groceries. We're not oh, the snowstorm's coming. Let's go get the milk and bread. I gotta get the milk and bread. We'll go get the milk and bread during the snowstorm because we know there'll be less people at the grocery store, okay? All these foreigners aren't going to go out driving in that. Now, if you're whoa, wait a minute, that seems a little off color, Des. By foreigners, I mean people from Illinois. Actually, no, it snows there. People from, Texas. People who don't know how to drive in this. Like my cousins who just moved here from Maryland and my aunt and uncle. It just doesn't really snow there, which is weird because I think Maryland's more north than us, but it's something with the ocean. I don't know. I have no idea. So they're all on Facebook this is terrible. Never should have moved in, whatever. All my friends have moved here from Arizona, California, Texas. Apparently Texas and Wisconsin have some kind of exchange or something. I don't know. A ton of people I know are from Texas and I don't know why. So they're all oh, it's April. This isn't supposed to happen in April. But all the Wisconsin people, we get 6 inches of snow or something, and it's that ain't nothing, whatever. They're going to plow. I'd go out and shovel, snow blow, whatever. That ain't no thing. But let me tell you about 2 feet of snow, okay? 1 foot of snow will be wow, there's a lot of snow we got. Yeah, I got out. I went to work anyway. We're all bragging about how it didn't affect us, and we're too tough for this. We're Wisconsinites. 2 feet of snow, not only can the milk and bread go themselves, but like people are calling into work like 2 days in a row. Like you can't get out. If you are not like literally an Olympic athlete, you are not shoveling your way out of this, okay? I know somebody with an 8 horsepower snowblower. For those of you who are like, I live in Texas, what does that mean? It means it's a freaking big snowblower, okay? Most people have a 2.5. There's like golf carts with less horsepower than that. And these suckers, they're getting stuck. I mean, you move 3 inches and whoops, you jam the motor, not enough torque. So people are having to like wait, they're having to go real slow and just, you know, shave a little off the top, then snow blow. It's a pain. Everybody I know, it took over an hour to clear their driveway, their path, whatever, their parking lot. My car got stuck twice. And I actually did some calculations. I think that I probably spent 5 hours shoveling. Now, I'm pretty strong, but, you know, I've got, like, hip and knee problems, but, you know, I exercise. So, like, to me, shoveling ain't nothing. The biggest problem is, like, my lungs, because I got, like, kind of some weird version of, like, allergies and asthma, kind of. I'd call it, like chronic inflammatory or some kind of, like, irritable lung syndrome or something. I don't know. It's not true asthma, but my lungs are hypersensitive to, like, everything, basically. I can't get around chlorine too long, cold weather, allergens, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm sitting there sounding like some like fat emphysema person like out there shoveling, you know, because I'm just like, people are like, are you all right? And I'm like, I'm good. You know, it's the cold air. Like, I'm good. They're thinking I've never seen a gym in my life. Hell, I would have went to the gym. I had nothing better to do. Couldn't go into work. But my gym closed. I mean, we have like Walmart level stores closing. I mean, everything closed. Like entire strip malls closed. And like other shopping complexes, they're closed. All parking was banned citywide. You can't park on city streets, period. Now, there's a fine line between getting your car stuck and parking, and people were skating it. Speaking of skating, that's just about what they had to do to get home because they got their car stuck. So, okay, last major snowstorm we're talking, it was a different type of snow. I think we only got about 6-7 inches, maybe 8, but it was like turbo wet, and it was like 34 degrees at night with no sunlight, which is a disaster, because not only do you get like crunchy packy snow, okay, good, you know, whatever, you get slippery snow. So no matter how good your tires are, unless they're ATV mudding tires, you ain't getting anywhere. I mean, people were stuck everywhere. Like, everybody was stuck. If you were parked anywhere, you weren't moving. So got my vehicle stuck, walked a mile home, okay? Eventually got a ride because people are like, what the hell is this guy doing walking through this? And it was so wet, nothing you wore. No snow pants, jacket, nothing, gloves, everything was just soaked. I would have preferred to walk through 2 feet of you know, dry snow, cold snow than that. It was horrible. So we went to go get my car the next day, shoveled it all out. Most of the snow had melted. It was still kind of hard to get out. Ended up getting my car stuck on a not so well plowed corner, and you know, everybody's out. Everybody's like, they're like done with it. It's done snowing, but it's still, you know, we're still waiting for the roads to clear and stuff. So this is Wisconsin. Okay, here's what happens when you get stuck in Wisconsin. And I have a very similar story this time. Within like 2 minutes, like I'm still deciding, who do I call? What do I do? Who do I know who has a vehicle? Do they have tow straps? You know, yada, yada. Should I just walk? Should I leave it? Will I get a ticket? Should I call the police? Should I call Uber? By the way, I drive for Uber. And I saw some of my fellow Uber drivers get stuck, and their car was there the next day too, which is hilarious to me. But I mean, when you get that multiplier, I mean, let's just say it might have been a little bit of a high demand time with not a lot of drivers. I didn't check. But if you basically own a Panzer tank, I mean, you can just roll through that and just get mad tips. So yeah, 120 seconds max. Up rolls a truck. I'm like, cool, truck. Yeah, it looks like it'll pull me out. It's some little dinky, like, small model F-150. I'm like, hey, it's better than, you know, mine. Out jumps big old fat 300-pound dude, Packer jacket, Packer hat, Packer gloves, all right? That is what you can expect in Wisconsin. They are like the tooth fairy. You lose a tooth, she shows on up and gives you money. Get your car stuck in a snowbank, boom, fat guy in a Packer jacket. He might even have cheese curds in one hand and, like, some toe straps in the other. The dude's just like, hey, I'm happy I've been pulling you out. I've been pulling people out all day. You know, everybody's got to have their hobbies. I'm retired. And I'm just like, retired? Bro, you are, like, good for you living that long at that weight. Maybe pulling people out of the ditch is good exercise. I don't know. Apparently it's not that good of exercise. So, you know, you get a high horsepower thing with giant tires, you know, he's all lifted and modified and all that crap. You know, he pulls me right out. No problem. I'm back up on the road. Everybody's happy. Well, I mean, I wasn't like in a ditch. It was just, it was where the road was, except they didn't plow part of that lane, and then the wind blew it, and it's a whole thing. So this time I got stuck in a very remote area. Ta-da! Crossover. I think it was a Badgers jacket. I'm pretty sure he's wearing a Packers hat, though. So I'm going to say it counts. I'm just like, how does this happen? Like, within minutes, these people just roll up. Hey, how's it going? Jumps out of the car like, hey, you need some help? Like, literally, this is the polar opposite of China, where nobody will pay attention to help you with anything. You could literally be having a heart attack, and they're like, not my problem. They all just assume it's a scam. They're like, this is an insurance scam. I ain't getting involved. But no, Wisconsin, like, the magic of the Packers will summon a fat guy in Packers or Badgers gear, or both, I guess. Depends on your preference. And they'll help you out. They'll dig you out. They'll pull you out, whatever. They'll help you push. One time, actually, I got stuck a third time. I think it was the same damn year, actually. It was like 2 years ago. And 4 teenagers were rolling around in, lifted modified truck, of course, because that's honestly what you need. And, I mean, I'll give it to them. 2 of them were wearing Packer paraphernalia, so, okay. And they just, like, pushed me out. I mean, I wasn't that hung up. I probably could have rocked it, but I think they were, like, behind me. They saw me just skid out, and I was just spinning. They're like, oh, yeah, we'll push you. I'm like, okay, cool. Pushed me right out. Took, like, 30 seconds. Nice guys. Love them. I mean, y'all hear about, like, cattle mutilations and, like, UFO encounters? No, this is, like, for sure. This is 100%. It is clearly supernatural. But it's like, you get your car stuck in a snowstorm in Wisconsin, some fat guy in a Packers jacket will show up, or multiple people. It's just, the spirit of the Packers will summon an assistant for you. It's weird, it's odd, but get this, all right? This is like damn Night Shyamalan twist at the end here, okay? And no joke, this is like some Bruce Willis was dead the whole time level crap. Spoiler alert. By the way, I watched that movie so long after it came out that I forgot that people spoiled it for me. I'm like, oh, this is the movie they were talking about. I think I watched it on like Netflix like a couple years ago or something. So, all right, we're riding to the gas station to see if they got like some toe straps, chains, whatever, because we snapped 2 of them when my dad was trying to pull me out this time, because I called my dad. He's got a truck. He didn't used to have a truck. My parents had these little dinky crap cars, but he bought a truck because we bought a trailer and, for work. It's got a like 4-wheel, real nice tires, and it's nice. It's got a low mode, tow mode, ultra high torque mode, don't shift mode, like the whole damn thing. So we were riding back from getting the straps, and we see somebody else that was stuck, and they're still in the car with the dome light on. We're like, oh, I wonder if they got someone. Let's go. We roll down the window. We're like, hey, you want a little, want to pull out? And they're like, oh yeah, hey, I was about to call somebody, but nobody's answering. We're like, yeah, hey, go for it. So we pulled them out real easy, no problem. Made me feel better about my car, and then it hit me. In one hand, I've got the toe straps, which were actually tie-down straps. It's what we could get. In my other hand, a slushie, because I was actually getting pretty hot with all that shoveling. I look down, camo boots, okay? Look slightly up. I was actually wearing work khakis with pajama pants under them. That's like the ghetto hood, snow pants. But then it hits me. I'm wearing Packer gloves. I'm wearing a Packer jacket. I'm wearing, well, you guys know what Packer hat I'm wearing. I mean, if you saw the last video, the magic teleporting time traveling Packers hat from Doom that can self-heal with nanotechnology, apparently. I'm like, well, and I'm, I'm like 198. I mean, you could say, I think scientists would call that obese. I'm honestly not that big. I have a lot of muscle, but I'm a thick boy. I'm a little husky. Like, I could stand to lose about 20 pounds, I would say, but that's about it. And it hits me. I'm just like, oh, it's me. I'm the fat guy who shows up after 3 minutes if you get in your car stuck in a 4-wheel drive truck with the toe strap and some Packer crap on. I'm the guy. I mean, I thought it was a coordinated thing where they got like stealth helicopters and they're like fast roping down and they're like, they got them CB radios going or some kind of point-to-point GPS thing, and they're all like, they're stationed around the city at exact, intervals. It's like a whole network, a whole secret society. I thought it was like, this was an organized thing. It's like a force of nature. It's like a law of physics. I didn't even know I was participating in it. If you get your car stuck in Wisconsin, the universe will converge and come together in a sequence of events that will result in a fat guy in Packer clothes pulling you out. Now, I gotta say, disclaimer, this does not work for volcanoes, okay? If you're falling into a volcano, you're falling off a cliff, it has to be snow, okay? We ain't gonna pull you out of just anything. If you're in Hawaii, it doesn't work either. So if you're in Hawaii, you're hiking, and you accidentally roll down and you're hanging by one hand on a volcano, do not expect a fat guy in a Packer jacket to show up and pull you out. That won't even make sense. If it does happen, though, I mean, okay, one off. Maybe somebody got lost. I feel bad for the car he was supposed to show up to. That's the one he was assigned to, and somehow he ended up in Hawaii. I don't know. But I gotta wrap this up with to all the haters on Facebook, like my aunt and uncle and cousins and all them, and all the old people, and just all the people like to complain, the snow, the snow, the snow. Okay, I'll be right there with you. 2 feet is a lot. You have to go back to, no joke, the 1800s for the last time that a place in Wisconsin got this much snow. This is the most snow we've had in like over 100 years. Actually, it's almost 150. Like, okay, I'll call it a lot of snow. I'm not going to pull the Wisconsin attitude, oh, it's just nothing. I got my car stuck twice, okay? It's not nothing. And I know how to drive in snow. I'm not a foreign immigrant from Nebraska. That's a callback to earlier in the video. Once again, not racist. It's a joke, people. Get over it. To all those people who are like, the plowing, I was outside for an hour, my car got stuck, I couldn't go into work, wah, wah, wah. First of all, hello, it's like school getting canceled due to a snow day, but the adult version. I literally saw somebody who was, their whole car was covered except for the roof, okay? They got plowed in and then some. So, plowed in, if you're not familiar with the term, is when the plow goes past, the snow plow, kicks up a bunch of snow, and just completely fucks your shit up. There ain't no shoveling out of that. You might as well just abandon the car until the snow melts, okay? If a fat Packer jacket guy shows up in a lifted truck, he'll take one look at it and be like, you're on your own. I'd have a heart attack if I tried to shovel your way out of that. Pull it out. These are 3,000-pound straps, and you've got 1,000 pounds of extra snow on top of your car. Do the math. Oh, I wish I would have taken a picture. Somebody had a Saab. I think it was a 9.3, real low to the ground. And the only thing showing was the top of the hood. Oh, wait, no, not the top of the car, not the hood, the car at all, the roof. I mean, you wake up the next morning, you look outside, you're like, I'll just walk to work, screw it. But even if that happened to you people, everybody complaining about this, that, the other thing, oh, we ran out of this, we ran out of that. I don't know about you, but I'm prepared for this. Okay, I got like batteries to run electrical stuff. I got inverters. I've got enough ramen to last for all of World War III. Dude, I got bottled water in case a pipe bursts, or something freezes. Sleeping bag. I mean, you guys know I do consider myself a prepper, for sure. I mean, my go bag, like just the medical gear in there and the fire starting stuff is very impressive. Hell, if you want to see it, I made a video about it. Just type the word prepper into my channel video search. So, okay, your dumbass is unprepared, but other than that, it's like, it's cold, it's wet, it's heavy, I had to do work, wah, 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 I hate winter, it's April, it's supposed to be nice out. Okay, first, supposed to be, this is Wisconsin. We'll get, like, hail, snow, rain, and a tornado in the same damn day, and you're probably gonna sunburn, too. But to all those people, you know what I don't like? Because it's like, yeah, I don't like, getting all this gear on and getting all, wet and then trying to stomp off all this stuff and getting my carpet wet and all that and doing, physical labor at 9 in the morning. I'm not a huge fan of it, but you know what else I don't like? Sunburns, heat stroke, mosquitoes, dehydration, ineffective air conditioners, 140-degree cars, overheating computers, melted frozen groceries. Ooh, love those. Forest fires, house fires. You think a house is going to light on fire with 2 feet of snow on top of it? I'd like to see that. Rainstorms, tornadoes. Literally any weather or condition that happens outside of winter. No thanks, I hate those more. I'll go stomping around through some snow and take a day off of work. Thanks. It's better than, oh, I was outside and now my skin's on fire and peeling off and I have 30 mosquito bites. That's great. I love that. It literally can cross over from 71 to 72 degrees and I'm done. I'm shut down for the day. That's too hot. That's over my operating temperature. I might reconsider walking out to get the mail above like 71, okay? Too damn hot and I'm gonna be sweating. Oh yeah, what do you do in the winter when it's cold? Oh, that's right. You put on a jacket and gloves and like hand warmers and a scarf and a hat, and you basically bring the climate control with you. You have your own little puffy, fluffy house that you bring with yourself, and everything's cool, and then you're warm. What do you do in the summer? Oh, that's right. You go back inside and park your ass in front of the AC and wait for winter. I love winter. Let it snow. I hope it snows again tomorrow. Screw everybody saying they can't wait for spring and summer. Allergies? Ugh. Spiders crawling around everywhere, bugs flying. I can't stand it. I like winter because everything living that isn't me is dead. I don't need birds waking me up at 4:30 where they're like, the sun just came up. Time to not shut the hell up. Scientists theorize that 90% of all birds, their call can be translated loosely to, screw you humans, I'm up early, now you're up too. So anyway, that's the update on the blizzard from hell. My only major complaint about it was that I had to get up and do something about it briefly, and that I couldn't properly play Pokemon Go. Other than that, shut up everybody, summer sucks. I'll see you next video.